Hello friends, welcome back. Today we are here to watch Angel Season 1 Episode 18. I do not know the name of this episode. Yet again, it is driving me crazy. I was told to avoid the title of this episode because it could be a spoiler. Especially after what I've just seen in Buffy and understanding why I couldn't read that title. I feel like the only rational explanation, maybe it's not super rational, but the only other explanation I could see is that I couldn't read this title because maybe Oz was going to show up in here too. But the thing is that, like, it doesn't make super sense given what we have seen with Buffy showing up in Angel once, sheds a tear, and Oz showing up in Angel once. It kind of feels like they're setting up this whole thing of, like, everybody gets to guest star for one episode and that's sort of it. The goodbye from Oz was so meaningful and like complete that I wouldn't make sense for us to see him again. We're definitely heading into the end of this season just like we have been for Buffy, which is very exciting, and I really hope we get to see Kate. My hope for this episode is that it is a Kate-centric episode because they did us so dirty with just her storyline at the second half of the season. I'm still waiting for them to follow up, for us to talk about that grief, for us to talk about how that's changing her life, for us to talk about how she's been digesting the fact that Angel's a vampire. Like, there's just a lot going on for Kate that I want to be able to see a follow-up. I think those would have to be my predictions. I thank you all for watching as always, and I think we should just head into the episode so that, you know, I can see what the episode title is.
My boys ain't gonna be too happy when they get here and see what kind of mess you've been.
Oh, that was creepy. Extreme, very extreme. Oh, this creepy noise. I don't like it. What? Wait, what is she doing here? Ma'am, you were gone. What?
Town, right? Place to stay.
Oh, sir, she's literally gonna kill you.
I'm cold. Oh yeah? Warm is my middle name.
Oh man, I love her. I've missed her so much. Please, she's literally the best thing ever. I feel like I shouldn't be supporting this violence, but she's so cool.
Like it here.
That keep it up. Oh my god, is she? Would she like join Angel, like the show? What? Wait, I need time for a brain to process this. I knew Faith was gonna be an Angel because I do remember she was a part of like one Angel episode that I think I watched. Don't ask me what's the plot, what she was doing. I don't know. Was she evil? Was she good? I couldn't tell you to save my life. But I do remember she was a part of an Angel episode, but my memory of it was that it was like in the later seasons of it, like close to the end, I think. So the fact that she's here right now and that she plans on staying in LA, like, bro, what is happening right now? Could she be joining Angel? That would be so interesting. I just see her so much as a Buffy character, like, and into the Buffy show, because I feel like so much of what we see about her is her relationship with Buffy, that it feels so weird to have her in a completely different environment. Like, how is that gonna work out?
Can I take off something else?
Oh!
After I give you your present.
Her voice is so specific. I love her.
You can never have enough of these. Come on. Wither and die.
So weird to see them romantically.
You don't change a guy like that. In fact, generally speaking, you don't change a guy. What you see is what you get. Scratch the surface, and what do you find? More surface.
No, that can't be true.
Oh, please.
Somewhere deep down inside, an urge to do what's right.
No way, I'm gone.
Shut up and sit down.
I guess seriously. He's just like the Dalai Lama.
That's my boyfriend. Really? Do you have your name on him? Because I don't see it anywhere. Billy, do something. Yeah, Billy, do something like this.
Oh love Faith. The drama just follows her and she thrives off it.
Your client really is, except for that pesky drug dealing and murder stuff.
Your Honor, the state calls Mr. Marquez.
Good job, Angel. Except he's fueling the
Raise your
fire
right
with Wolfram and
hand.
Hart.
You swear to tell the truth, whole truth.
I don't like
nothing but
this
the
guy.
truth, So help you God.
He just needed a little guidance, push in the right direction.
Wonder how Wolfram and Hart are gonna push back.
Fuck, 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 fuck,
Guess
fuck.
we could go somewhere and talk.
I think you might have misunderstood my intentions.
No, I think you misunderstood mine. I like that watch. Diamonds, right?
Faith.
How do you know my name? I don't think I told you.
We are well aware of who you are and what you do.
Faith, we do not get in cahoots with Wolfram and Hart.
I like black.
Oh, Faith.
What?
When you kill him, some just stand there, frozen, while others.
What are you
Did
doing?
he just get cursed?
Are we playing a game? I gave you a soul. A filthy soul. No! You're disgusting.
Darla,
Oh my god.
Away from me.
you brought her here.
Oh fuck, she's serious.
You're not like anything.
Make a long story less long. I think if a service is rendered, we can get you off.
You don't know how many men have promised me that.
I'm certain you won't be disappointed in our performance.
Who am I supposed to kill?
His name's Angel. He's somewhat of a private...
No problem.
Faith.
Oh, don't you want to know anything more?
I don't want you to make me look bad.
How do you look now?
She shows initiative.
Faith, we need to get you to
Jesse.
therapy, ma'am.
I think you better make it 3 for dinner instead of 4.
Oh my god, they're just gonna let her do that?
I think one of us should apply for a small business loan, just to get us through the rough spots.
Oh my god.
30-year loan.
Oh my god, hello. Holy fuck shit.
That was so cool. This is gonna be fun.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
He's worried about Buffy.
Is she okay?
Yeah.
What can we do?
Tell me, Tracker.
Did she do something to Buffy?
Giles just said it was rough.
I'm sorry. But if you let emotion control you right now, one of you will certainly end up dead.
Well, that's what the lady wants.
You know I'm gonna kill you slowly and inventively. So I'm gonna give you one chance to...
Angel.
Blanks. Nice. Never occurred to you this might be more fun for me.
You think? Because what if you kill me and you experience that one true moment of pleasure? Oops, I'd get off on that. Go ahead, do me. Let's take that hell ride together. Come on, Angel, I'm all yours. I'm giving you an open invitation.
Yo,
Oh.
we have to close Gruber now before the soft offer becomes hard and the stock goes
Through the ceiling.
in the toilet.
Right.
Keep me in the loop, will you? I want to know the instant they fold. They are folded. Right, good. Look, gotta jump. Email me. Good to see you.
You too.
More on the way. And the police have been called. And this whole encounter's been digitally recorded on high def, so despite the fact that I'm sure it'd make an entertaining evening watching you fight for your life, not to mention the fortune I can make off the video, I do have a dinner.
I'm gonna pack a bag.
Cordelia, please, just a few things. We're not going on safari.
I got a little problem. I don't feel angels in the game, but somehow I think you guys are the key.
It's not too late to let me help you.
Oh, fuck.
We want to help you.
I realize there have been failures on both sides. But I also believe in my heart that you are not a bad person.
Yes! Oh! Faith!
What do you believe in your heart now?
Oh my god!
What about Wesley? Is he okay?
He's not here.
Faith. We gotta have a chat, girl. You can't pull some shit like this. Like, don't... Oh, God.
I was your watcher, Faith. I know the real you.
He's still trying to get through.
And even if you kill me, there's just one thing I want you to remember.
What's that, love?
You are a piece of shit.
You should talk, huh?
Wesley!
I guess I'll just have to try a little harder.
She was listening. She was actually listening.
I think I want to hear you scream.
You never will.
Admit it, Wesley. Didn't you always kind of have the hots for me?
What the fuck? There we go. Thank you, Mr. Sir Angel.
Right time,
Oh, no.
soul boy. Ready to play now?
You think I don't know what you're after? I do.
You, I have to kill. Wesley's just for the hell of it.
This isn't about Wesley. It's about you and me.
No, baby, he's payback.
For what? I thought you were happy with the way you are. By the way, you never told me how much I'm worth dusted, just out of curiosity.
That all you got, vampire? Get in the game? Come on, Angel. I thought you were bad.
Oh, she's so cool.
Come on!
Oh, can we not?
I'm evil! I'm bad! I'm evil! You hear me? I'm bad! I know I'm bad! I'm bad! You hear me?
Oh my god.
I'm bad! I'm bad! Please! Angel, please!
What the hell?
Kill me!
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I feel like there's a lot to unpack as always. This is insane. This last scene over here might have been one of the best scenes we have ever seen in all of the Buffyverse. I feel like it is top-notch everything. I feel like it's just so meaningful that Faith, we get to really see who Faith is for the first time maybe, because she's trying so hard to be bad, and you get to see that like she actually doesn't want to be bad, and it's so heartbreaking. Like this scene was just a lot. I feel like I love Faith as a character, which can definitely be problematic because she's not exactly the best person, you know, but I knew there was a reason that I loved her, and that reason is that deep down she's not a bad person. And they all know it. The repeating of her saying that I am bad, I am evil, it's like she's talking herself into it because she feels like she has to now that she went and helped the mayor. I feel like she doesn't know how she could ever switch back to being like a good person, and it feels like she's just compelled to be a bad person because that's what everybody expects of her right now. So this is crazy, and I feel like Angel not fighting back was everything that she needed to sort of understand that like some people still have faith, and faith, no irony. I feel like it just showed her that she doesn't really need to put up a front and that she can be honest about who she is and her feelings and everything like that. So this was this was just crazy. And Wes dropping like the knife, understanding that she's not actually a threat, like this was insane. This was absolutely fucking insane. I mean, the whole episode was really good, but that ending scene right there, that is what makes it Buffy level, like the Buffy quality of all of it. The Joss Whedon perverted, like, this is insane kind of feeling that you have in some of these episodes. I feel like this is definitely a setup towards a new sort of storyline and direction to Faith's character. I like that she isn't just a bad guy. Like, that is not it for her. She has so much complexity to what makes her do the things that she does, and I want to be able to uncover all of that, because I feel like everything that she does, there's such specific reasonings behind it. She's so interesting, and I hope that we can see more and more about her. So I'm definitely curious to know and keep watching these seasons, and I guess maybe the beginning of the next seasons are going to tell me more if they plan on utilizing her character or not, because it feels like there's a lot more to unpack. And so I really do hope that we get to focus more on Faith, because she's just the best, and I've missed her, and I'm just still not over everything that happened. The fact that she was trying to make it into a game was creepy, like actually very freaking creepy. It reminded me a lot of Person of Interest, actually, and the fact that there are just two characters that were like, oh yeah, like we sort of enjoy the torture, we enjoy this whole aspect of it. And that it reminded me of Faith's personality in a way. It's like she needs it to be a game so it can all be justified. She needs Angel to punch her back so that she has a reason to kill him, because she can't do it sort of unprompted. It's just like there are some changes that are happening inside of her in a similar way to Spike. That's what it reminds me of. The character development that we're seeing in Spike, where like he's a bad guy, but he's switching, like his soul right now is not exactly of a bad person. Does he have some violent tendencies just like Faith? Maybe, but like they're fine, they're good people. They're just sort of not dealing with those feelings in the best way, to put it lightly. The fact that she asked Angel to kill her is very like disturbingly deep and just profoundly sad, because I know that she's felt very alone, because she kind of is. I understand how hard it must be to wake up from the coma and sort of the one person that she had is not there anymore. So I understand that like she's feeling completely helpless right now. But at the same time, man, the fact that she is like, she doesn't want to do this. She doesn't want to like be evil, I guess, and she would rather just die than have to cope with what she's doing right now. It's kind of a lot. And I also feel like there's so much irony in the fact that Faith said she doesn't believe in like faith, like in destiny and stuff like that. And I feel like that's such a pessimist view on things, of like somebody who has had such a harsh upbringing and stuff like that, that she's past the mentality of everything happens for a reason, because she's like, some things just suck ass and there's no reason for that. And so, yeah, I think Faith is definitely like, and all her violent tendencies too. I think Faith has to go to therapy, maybe even more badly than Buffy does, because I think Buffy's doing pretty okay right now. But Faith, man, I can't stop thinking about that scene, about her repeating those words, man. She was really trying to convince herself. Okay, we gotta focus. I feel like it's very hard not to talk about just Faith in this episode. Like, I have notes that talk about more than that, but I just feel like the complexities of Faith are what really appeal to me and make this episode like really, really interesting. I feel like this is actually giving me a similar feeling to what I felt when I finished Lie to Me. And I'm always going to remember that episode, because it was the first time that I really had that feeling of like, oh, I really understand the Buffy appeal. Like, this episode is so deep. It felt so meaningful. It felt like I couldn't grasp everything that it was trying to do in that ending, because it was so damn big. And I feel like this episode right here is giving me a similar feeling of like, I just need to sit down and just acknowledge the fact that like this is deep. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm gonna move on to other bullet points. I feel like I'm freaking out here a little. Let's talk about Wolfram and Hart, because the one time that I think that Wolfram and Hart are not gonna be into the episode, they decide that they want to be the big bads of the episode. Like, can you at least be respectful towards me? They have to listen to my predictions and come in when I say that they should come in, because otherwise they make me look like fools. They were so different this episode. Not even different, but I feel like we just really got to see more about Wolfram and Hart this episode, which I think was great because we get to see how like completely fucking insane they are. And the thing that stands out to me the most is that they were completely fine with Faith just killing one of their own. They didn't even flinch. They didn't even try and convince her not to kill him. Like, they seemed completely unbothered by the fact that she would kill one of them. And so that makes me feel like they don't really care about each other, or maybe they don't even care about themselves. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how much regard do you have for a human life? I'm gonna guess not much. I feel like we're really getting to see how dangerous they are and where their limits lie. Because right now it seems like nothing is off limits for them, which is a great thing for a big bad because it makes them feel so unpredictable and just like you never know what to expect. But at the same time, it makes it very fucking creepy and just scary. I was surprised that they just decided that they wanted to kill Angel because that's not where I saw the story going either. I assumed that they were going to try and approach him into joining Wolfram and Hart, which they did. I know that they did in the Rang episode. But I just mean that I thought they were going to be following upon that more, you know, like maybe he could use, because it seems like they sort of have a blackmail right now because Angel just confessed to a bunch of murders and so like being a killer. So I thought, you know, oh, maybe they're going to use that as blackmail to make him join them, those kind of things. Because I feel like it would be so much better for them to have Angel on their team versus just having Angel dead. Because Angel is so damn powerful, and I feel like they could make good use of him just like they have been making good use of Faith, for example. Like, that was a big brain move. That was really good. I also thought that maybe they could kidnap, like, Cordy and Wes, you know. Like, fucking hell, they could even go to Sunnydale and kidnap Buffy. Like, Angel would literally do anything. But that's fine. I'm not thinking about Angel. Fuck my life. So Wolfram and Hart definitely made some decisions that I was shocked about, and that makes me very curious as to what they're going to be doing in the future, because we're starting to set up these characters more, we're getting to know them more, because there was Layla or Lila, still don't know her name, Little Miss Lady, and now Lindsay. We're getting to establish them as more than just Wolfram and Hart. We're actually getting to see the faces of them instead of just an organization. So it's getting more specific. Because it's not just about us hearing about Wolfram and Hart and eventually seeing a lawyer or another. We're starting to get faces that we can associate with that. And I feel like that is a very sort of big bad thing, in the same way that the initiative was so abstract in Buffy that when Walsh and I guess sort of Riley became like the faces of the initiative, it makes it easier to be able to identify it as like good or bad, and just like I feel like it makes things more interesting. And I love catching small that I feel like are Buffy parallels. We got to see Angel sort of infiltrating Wolfram and Hart in a similar way that we got to see the Buffy squad infiltrating the initiative. You know, it's sort of the same thing, the dress up, the going into like the layer of the bad people, and also the Angel talk, because Buffy was sort of talking about and thinking about Angel a lot in the previous episode, I feel, and the fact that Angel was also talking about and thinking about Buffy, you know, that shit hurts. They're bringing back my Bangel. I'm not going to get my hopes up because I know this doesn't mean And I Will Remember You Part 2. Like, I know they're not going to reunite. I really feel like that was the last time for them because it was so damn meaningful, but at the same time, they bring back Bangel and I'm like, oop, the feelings, they're coming, but it's fine. It's fine. And also just the guest stars, you know, having old characters that we know and love coming back. Like Oz in the previous episode and now Faith. I like it when these episodes end up becoming so similar. Well, not actually similar, but it's just been like try and do similar things in completely different ways because the style of the shows are so different. And that leads me to the whole Giles not warning them thing. Like, Giles, Mr. Sir, we gotta warn people about shit like this. Their lack of communication was not great, but hopefully this means that going forward, they're gonna know to warn each other when, you know, a character decides to come back from a coma. I feel like this is a learning experience for all of them. But something that stood out to me was how disappointed Wes was that Giles didn't call him. And I was like, bro, I get that. I was literally just walking home or something and I was thinking about this. I was like, it's really sad to see how Giles and Wes didn't get the friendship that I assumed they would have. Like, the moment where Wes was presented, I was like, this is it. They're going to become best friends forever. This is going to be the best relationship in the Buffyverse because they're going to get each other in a level that's so deep and they're just going to connect and literally best fucking friends. And that's not where the story went. Mostly because I thought that Wes was going to be hanging out for a little bit longer. I guess Wes was really just a shorter storyline in Buffy than I anticipated. So there was not as much place for them to develop that friendship. So I have to say that Giles, like, not even thinking about reaching out to him and stuff like that makes me sad, because I feel like this is a lot of lost potential when it comes to a friendship. They could have done something really interesting with that, and they chose not to. But it was fun to be able to see sort of like a Buffy connection. But it was also great to see that like Angel was calling Giles. That friendship is really interesting. I'm sorry. I apologize in advance. Because of all the Jenny thing, I feel like I can never be able to, like, I feel like Giles can never look at Angel the same way. And so it's really interesting to see how much Giles has to, like, sort of push aside all the time to try and help Angel and be civil, even when he knows everything that happened. You know, because I was going to say that friendship's really interesting and really cool, but then I immediately start thinking about Jenny and how much I feel like that's always going to be on Giles' mind when he's talking to Angel. Because even though right now I feel like personally I have been able to detach Angel from Angelus a lot more, it's still there. Like, it's obviously still there. I feel like especially for Giles, because the loss was like really big for him. Almost as big as the Jenny loss was for me, let's be honest. But talking about like Angelus, those flashbacks though, what did we really get Darla and Faith in the same freaking episode? This was like made for me. Now they just need to give me Drusilla. If Drusilla was in this episode, I would have like just combusted and died, which has been happening a lot lately. Now I just need like Darla to come back like for reals. So we'll see about that, because I feel like we've been having a lot more flashbacks, so the actress has been coming back a lot more. All the way back in like season 1, so about like 5 years ago. I assumed that when she died, they already had a plan to bring her back. But at this point, it's been so damn long that I'm starting to think that this is something that they just came up with like in the later seasons, and that maybe, you know, they were seeing her in all these flashbacks and they were like, oh, we really like you. Would you like to come back into the show like for reals? I don't know. Maybe they're going to keep me waiting like so much longer, because that is something that I hadn't thought about. I thought it was always part of the plan. But the Angel flashbacks were so interesting. I really have been enjoying them a lot more than I have in the past. And they're choosing really great moments for the flashbacks. You know, getting to see sort of the before and after of Angel's transformation into Angelus is fascinating, because I feel like so much of it is in your head. It reminds me of like the Buffy and Riley talk in Doomed, where I really thought that we were not going to see that talk about having, you know, the talk about the truth in between them. I just mean that like it would be so much easier to shy away from that conversation, just like it would be easier to not delve into like these flashbacks about Angel's turn and stuff like that. But the fact that they're going there is pretty awesome. And the way that Angel and Darla broke up is actually kind of sad, because it's not that they suddenly, like, it's not like they grew out of love and they started having problems or anything. It was from one moment to the next. They were in love, and then suddenly something happened that they can't control, and they are like sort of forced apart. But the fact that he had to go through it all alone is really sad, because he's going through an entire existential crisis while also just losing Darla, who, you know, I think he really liked. So I think the reason the flashbacks have really been working is because they've been able to connect them so well to the storylines that are happening in present day, like they did with the episode that was all focused on Angel and his dad and Kate and her dad. And then this episode, I feel like seeing Angel make the switch from bad to like not bad in a similar way that we're seeing Faith is really interesting, of just this complete change in character, and like how can you deal with the aftermath of that? Because okay, everything is different, but then like now what? Like what do you do now? What are the steps after you've made that switch, that change? You know, it's not like suddenly everything is fine. And I also want to talk a little bit about Wes this episode, because I feel like he was a very interesting character this episode, because everything that he did surprised me a lot, because he did not react to things in the way that I thought he would. In the beginning, yes, 100%. The fact that he was trying to talk to Faith and get through to her with words is exactly what I would have imagined for Wes. But the fact that he sort of switched tactics in the middle of it was a little bit surprising, but I guess it also makes sense because he tried the words and it didn't work. It was just really interesting to see, that he seemed to be like sparking that anger inside of her. Instead of trying to calm her down and not like put fuel in the fire or whatever, he was going all out to sort of piss her off. And I was a little bit concerned because I was like, you don't want to piss off Faith. If there's one person in this goddamn fucking show that you don't want to piss off, it's Miss Faith. Like, don't go there. We've been dealing a lot with like Angel being in a position where they need to go rescue him. And, you know, I remember Cordy and like parting gifts. And so I just feel like it's really interesting to see Wes be put in that position of needing to be rescued and being in a completely helpless position, and how the squad has to get together to help him. He really seemed like quite a rebel. Like, he was really holding it together a lot more than I thought he would. I feel like we don't really see Wes as so much of a badass at this point in the show. And so this episode kind of made him seem like a badass. And in general, I just feel like this episode is so fun because it makes it very hard to cheer against Faith. At least for me, I feel like an interesting part of it was that there was no good or bad side to me. I mean, obviously, I feel like I was cheering a little bit more for Angel because I didn't want her to go through and like kill him. But at the same time, I didn't want Faith to get hurt. So it's interesting because it's like they're having these fight scenes and stuff, and I'm just really genuinely entertained. And at the same time, I'm like, I hope you guys don't kill each other because I don't want either of you to die. In a similar way that I feel whenever Buffy and Faith are fighting. It's just always fun because there is like no active side that I'm cheering for because they made the villain so damn compelling. The next episode is Sanctuary. Sanctuary, I feel like it just contrasts with Vampire, so I feel like we're probably going to be dealing with Angel's vampirism and maybe about how Kate is dealing with all of that because we still haven't seen too much of it. I feel like those would have to be my predictions simply because I have nothing else, and I feel like an episode like that has to be coming up, so I'm gonna keep waiting for it until it goddamn fucking does. So yeah, I think this is it. Thank you all so much for watching this with me. I hope that we get to see so much more of Faith in the upcoming episodes because she is one of my favorite characters in the Buffyverse. She's so great, which made this episode pretty damn awesome. So I hope you all have a great week, and I hope I will see you for the next episode, which is called Sanctuary. So bye-bye.